Right, welcome everybody to another episode of Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. I'm one of your hosts, Chris, and my co-host and very good friend is Dave.
Hey there, Chris, and hello to our listeners out there. Welcome to Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. We are covering Married at First Sight Australia, Season 10, Episode 33. Now, Chris, we are down to the, what do they call it? Final commitments, whatever, final vows. Where would you like to start today, sir?
Well, they're obviously going to split this up over the week. So we've got like two couples who were sort of ended their journey on maths, other than the reunion day, which I know is going to be explosive. But we had Leighton, Melinda, Alyssa, and Duncan. So Leighton and Melinda will start with. That's okay. So we get the full build up, bit of videos of stuff where they've agreed, disagreed. Again, Leighton getting called out by John. I still think I've turned slightly, as I said last week, it wasn't all Leighton, but he seemed to get a bit of a bad going over. And then one thing I would say, Dave, now obviously they're both CEOs. I don't know if you notice his continuity thing, but when they went on the home stays, Melinda was driving a white Porsche, right? When she gets out of the car in the first episode, she's driving a white convertible Porsche. And what is Leighton driving when he gets out of the car, Dave? A white convertible Porsche, but with the roof up. And I'm thinking, well, obviously this has been hired by it'd be a massive coincidence. They both got white Porsches, Dave, So anyway, but I noticed that about 3 times in their VT stuff. But I was quite surprised by this. I didn't think they were going to split up, but I was surprised with Melinda's dialogue and the fact that she said about loving him. I know he's not said it yet, has he? But she did.
Yeah, it was interesting how it unfolded, and I couldn't really tell which way it was going to go. But like you say, we get the kind of replay about John, putting it all at Leighton's door. Even the voiceover lady,
yeah,
she's like, because Leighton can't get control of his emotions or can't open up emotionally, blah blah blah. And I'm like, you're a bit fucking judgy, old voiceover lady. You're supposed to be kind of impartial and whatever, not because Leighton. And I just, again, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing that he's this Mr. fucking Spock that completely doesn't have control or doesn't open up emotionally at all. It's bizarre. It's like they're all drinking the Kool-Aid, and I'm not saying he's playing the perfect game here. I mean, he does take the ball and run in the wrong direction sometimes. But yeah, I just find it really weird because I think they're both at fault at different points. But I mean, when they get to see their wedding day, don't they?
Yeah.
And actually, one of the things that I thought Leighton was going to go mad, when Melinda was fucking horrible on that opening day. She's like, oh yeah, he's punching, and I'm a 9.5 on a bad day. Fucking bell end. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just it kind of reminded me how annoying she was on that first thing there. But he just kind of seemed to brush it off. He was okay with it all being a complete bell end. But it was clear that she was really, really upset. When she was in the room watching it back, her eyes were all puffy and stuff. And we've seen terrible acting in this series, Chris, and that was not acting. That was authentic emotion, I feel like. And so, yeah, when it comes to it, I'm like, well, are these guys going to go with their head? They both said at different times, this isn't going to work. And they've discussed it with their confidants. And I'm thinking, well, they both just going to say, no, we know we've got a great connection, but that's not actually enough. And I have to say, Chris, Grinch style, my heart grew 3 sizes, my ice-like Grinch heart. I was really happy, because when Leighton said he's prepared to give it a go, I thought, oh, shit. Melinda's going to say, I can't go through this roller coaster or something like that. But you know what? With his speech, I thought he took accountability for everything. Now, again, I still think Melinda's at fault, and no one calls out anything that she's done wrong. that will be a problem later on. But for that moment, for them, I was just really happy. And again, I felt like it was raw, real emotions that we were seeing.
Yeah, I'm with you, Dave, and I think they might have a chance. They might have a chance. It is. It, it's very hard to watch these shows like bullshit, and obviously Melinda had gone home and she'd seen a moment on. But no, I'm with you. I think that was genuine. However, Dave, however, we move on to Alyssa and Duncan, and I've got a lot to say about this ending. Now, what I want you to you can lead on this one, if that's okay. I want you to sort of dissect all of it, and then I'm going to come in with I've got a theory on this, Dave. So, what did you think from start to end, the build up, Alyssa's dialogue, how it all ended and stuff?
Well, I thought the build-up from her side, I thought you saw her being absolutely consistent with what we've seen for the last few weeks. She talks about Duncan, and I don't really think he's really ready for a life, to settle down. I don't think we've seen anything of that from him, but we get her warped sense of what she's seeing, and she's basically calling him fake. She's saying, well, I don't know who he really is, and her mum's no fucking help either. you
No.
So the pair of them, I'm like, well, it sounds like you don't even fucking like him, never mind you want to stay with him. And then Duncan, I felt like he was coming into the light, if you like. He was almost Stockholm syndrome. He's been trying to make it work, but actually, with a little bit of time and distance, he was seeing that actually, you know what? I've never felt as rejected in any relationship as I have with her. And, we do have a good connection, but it's not actually going to work out like that. And honestly, when she said, I mean, with her vows, I thought, again, it was describing a different relationship than the one that we've seen. So it was clear to me where this one was going to go. She was going to say, yes, let's work on our issues. That means you, Duncan. But Duncan was going to actually make the sensible choice and say, no, sorry. And then we get the dramatic ending, the multiple camera shots of how it all, it's so disheartening. She's gutted. And I tell you what, when he was speaking, again, the face on Alyssa was one of utter disdain. And we've seen that from her before when she's looked at Duncan. And I just think she's got very confused feelings about whether she actually likes someone or not, or fucking hates them. So anyway, Chris, what is your perspective? What is this theory you speak of?
So, completely agree with everything you've said. She was teeing everything up to a moment, as you say. She said, "Oh, I really like Duncan. I've not seen this side to him." No, you haven't. You know why? Because she's fucking made it up. Because she doesn't want to look like a complete bellend. But the horse has already bolted with Alyssa. She's probably one of the most deluded people I've ever seen on a reality show, Dave. But this is my theory, Dave.
That is a high bar, isn't it?
That is a high bar for some of the Muppets that we've covered on this show. But this is my theory. She had no intention of saying she wanted to get with Duncan, right? I think that whole end scene was her making it up and trying to make Duncan look bad because it goes with her narrative about how he's changed, how she doesn't understand who this guy is. She wants the old Duncan back. When us as the audience know that she's completely fucking deranged and completely not ready for a relationship. And we know she's got a child, but luckily, unfortunately, she didn't mention it this evening, Dave, which was...
No, I think she did.
Oh, did she? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I must have PTSD for saying that now. She says it every episode, so I didn't pick up on that. But I think she knew Duncan was going to say that he doesn't want to carry on the relationship. So I think she's done this, this is my opinion, in a knee-jerk reaction, just to make him look bad, and then it saves face for her when she goes back to her family, friends, everyone who's watched the show, because her behavior has been despicable. She's got away with it with the fucking experts who've not held her accountable. She's been horrible. What she's talking about, this great relationship, nobody fucking knows what she's going on about. Nothing makes sense with this girl. and she's just emotionally unstable who needs to have a proper look at herself. And the fact that she was making out this relationship was like some fucking Cinderella fucking thing was like, are you for real? Duncan's not been allowed to speak. He even said in his speech, there's been days on end where we've not communicated because you don't want to speak. Yeah. And it's like, she obviously has had this in her relationships and think this is normal, and it's not. And good on Duncan for doing what he did, because usually you have a bit of compassion, don't you? If one of them's been jolted, even though you might see it, you can see. And I know she was pulling the faces and she was doing all the fucking crocodile tears, and she got the old let's walk off and kneel down like a fucking, like the old Platoon stand stave. Oh my God, this is the end. Bullshit. I'm not buying it. She's fucking fake and she gets everything she deserves. So her and her fake tears can fuck right off, Dave. That is my theory. I rest my case, Your Honor.
When you said fake tears, I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah,
we've moved on from Melinda, haven't we? But anyway, Chris, I am not with you. I think she is suitably deluded to believe this weird version of a relationship that actually, all the issues are Duncan's, but you know what? I can mold him. I can change him. So I believe this will work. I think she was properly blindsided by that. I don't think she expected it. Because, again, just because we've seen how she takes certain facts and just warps them. And again, it's probably convenient for her and her fucking bell end mates as well to just say, oh, Duncan, he's fucking arsehole, isn't he? And the producers, it was a terrible edit, wasn't it? Just made you look bad. No. No, take fucking accountability. Because the problem is, people who just blame everyone else all the fucking time, they never have to actually take accountability. So they never have a proper hard look at themselves and think, you know what, I was a bit of a knob there. I don't actually like how I came across there. I didn't realize kind of what I was doing. That's the kind of thing I'd like to see from the reunion. But I tell you what, I don't think we're going to see that. I think we're going to see, she might be hiding a little fucking Duncan voodoo doll. She will be venomous towards him. That is my prediction. She will be the proper woman scorned, and she will not only just dislike him, she will fucking hate him.
Yeah, I think so. And I am going to do Where Are They Now, Dave? My classic on the last episode, as we do. I know I've got a bit of tea on that situation, but I'm going to reserve judgment, until we get to the episode. So, yeah, you know what? You could be right. It just seems so cute the way she's deluded. I get that. And I could be wrong, Dave. But obviously, hashtag reality radar is never wrong, Dave. So it's a valiant effort that you put up there against my theory. But obviously, you are completely wrong. But no, we'll see. And I think you're right. She's going to go fucking nutso at him, isn't she, in the reunion? She's going to play up to the camera. She's going to tell him what a piece of shit he is, when we all know that he's a good guy who's just been emotionally broken down by her episode by episode. Yeah, he's not been able to express any emotions, has he? Even when he did and Alexandra pulled her up, she just went like crying, going, I've got a child, and stormed off. And it's like, no, because you don't like it when someone tells you the truth. So, yeah, so it was a bit of a slower episode. We got these two, and obviously we lead into what will be another sort of final ceremony for some of the other couples tomorrow. But, yeah, you can see it's winding down, but there's still a little bit there for us still to talk about, which is good.
Yeah, and I'm still not really thinking this is peak maths. We were led to believe, and then for the preview for tomorrow, we're seeing, something amazing is going to happen, and it's fallen flat for me. But a couple of seasons ago, every single episode just knocked it out of the park, and even the reunion episodes were unbelievable. So let's see. I mean, these started off. I think they went the way we kind of hoped they'd go, without too many bumps in the road. So I think let's see for tomorrow. I mean, do you think Lyndall might sort of just kick Cam, but is he even going to have a go at it? Maybe he will for the
Yeah.
TV. I don't know. And I tell you, we found out at the start, didn't we? Because I was saying last week, I'm not sure which of the brides, which of the ones who were fucked off, did actually go. So it was Bronte and Harrison, and then we could see that it's impossible to miss from social media and stuff. But Harrison's there with his new girlfriend who he's just picked up from school, and so yeah, we're not going to be seeing any more of them until probably the reunion.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Let's see, Dave. Let's see. There was a thing, though, you say about the series. The one thing that I've been waiting on, and obviously they've either edited it out or it was complete bullshit, but there was a thing about the police getting involved on a drugs bust, wasn't there? There was like that rumor. Now they may have completely edited out obviously for legal reasons, but again, why build it up into this fucking showcase of like, oh my god, the police have had to come and do a drugs raid, and it's like, right, let's go. What is going on here? Someone's going to get kicked just for the drama more than anything. But no, we have nothing. And as if you want to use innuendos, Dave, we've not had a sniff of that, have we, Dave? So I don't know.
Yeah. But anything else, sir?
Nothing really, Dave. We lead into the final week. Some would say, thank God. The only thing I'm going to say, Dave, is me and you are having a break after this, aren't we? We are having a break. Definitely are having a break. But we are getting pestered. And understandably, we get it. We understand it. But we're getting pestered to cover another show,
Dave. Saying our lovely followers are pestering us? Not
pestering us, Dave, but they're just sending
me. That's the best choice of words, to be honest.
No, I don't think it is, actually. Even my own sister was messaging me going, the fans have spoken, get it covered. And you say Love is Blind. And I'm like, give us a break. We've been going for nearly 6 months without a break here. We're allowed to. So we're going to have a week off, aren't we, Dave? Just a week's break.
I can tell you in the background, Chris does continually wind me up saying, forwarding me these messages about how we have to do Love is Blind and stuff. And I have been steadfast in my fuck right off. But what I'll say is, right, so it may get to after that week off.
Yeah.
Then we could tackle Love is Blind then. But probably all the episodes would have dropped, I imagine. Because I think the first few have dropped, haven't they? The first batch. And then, we worked out we were doing something like 40 episodes a fucking month or something, and a lot of watching, and so a lot of watching, a lot of recording. You're doing all the editing and stuff. So yeah, let's have a little bit of a break. But almost, the god of coincidences laid on our floor something, that we did ages ago. It is a review, Chris, and this is from our US Apple Podcast store, and it says stopped halfway through. And this is a 4 out of 5 review, and it says, why did they stop halfway through Love Island USA season?
Well, we stopped because we were doing the not daily podcast, weren't we, Dave? We just couldn't continue. We started, the US one started before the UK series, didn't it? And then we were like, we can't do, but we tried. Honestly, if you're listening, thanks for the review, but we genuinely tried. We just couldn't do it because we did when we first started the podcast. We were just the Love Island cast, weren't they? That's all we did, Love Island.
Yeah.
And somebody suggested to you, Dave, that we should do Love Island America, USA Series 1 and the UK one simultaneously in our first sort of inception of the podcast.
Yeah.
You've never forgiven me since, so yeah.
we were fucking short with each other come the end of that. But we did see through both seasons. But you know what's changed, Chris? All of the seasons are longer now. Right? That USA season was 4 weeks. The UK one now is 2 fucking months. It's ridiculous. So and like I say, doing the fucking Australian one just before Christmas as well didn't probably help. But yeah, no, we'll just have a week. That's all we're gonna have, and then probably unless something else comes up, it'll probably end up being Love is Blind. I mean,
I'm just throwing it in there, Dave. But we've got a week off. Anyway, so if you want to email us, cdrealitycast@gmail.com. If you want to follow us on social media @cdrealitycast, please get over to Facebook, Chris and Dave's Reality TV Cast. Come and join us over there, guys. All the shows are linked over there from Tom and Charlene. And thanks for all your work on that, guys, as well. There's been everyone who's outside the UK, you've been able to watch like Love Island or Maths Australia. So great stuff, honestly, and putting all that up. There's a lot of work. And our great friend Derek, who's with his stats as well, has been absolutely outstanding covering both shows. So thank you to everyone who's contributed on there. It's so good. If you do want to support us, get over to patreon.com/CD RealityCast. So the first roll call of honor of this week is Ken, Lucky Lulu Green, Lauren Hennessy, Susan Deary, Katie, Libby, Joanna, Noreen, Chloe, Brianna, Helen, Keith, Gillian, Zoe, Kirsten, Maggie, Kate, Megan, Cassie, Fiona, Emma, Schmade, Nicola, Macy, Alex, Helen, and Larissa. So thank you so much, guys. We go again tomorrow, Mr. Horrocks. Great stuff as always.
Nice, and let's see how it goes. What do you reckon for Cam and Lyndall? That's the one I think is the biggest conflict point.
I think that's over. I hope Lyndall pushes the button first before Cam. I've just got a feeling she may not, but I think Cam's just going to absolutely shaft her and go, fucking, I'm going off to find a piece of wood in the outback and you won't see me for 8 months or something. So let's see. But I think he's the one who's going to hurt her. And I really want Lyndall to come out on top on that one.
I think it's going to be the other way around. I think he's so fucking wishy-washy. I think if he was going to split it up on TV, he would have done it already. So I think he's just going to try and stretch it out for the last episode, the last, reunion episodes that he's got on TV. But she's going to cut his legs off. She's not going to have it. That is my prediction.
I really hope so. So thank you for that, mate. We're still going. We still haven't fell out after all these episodes. That's even more of a testament to our friendship. I do appreciate every mate. I know it's a fucking slog watching all this and getting and recording. It's great. We love doing it. We do it. We sound like, not to sound entitled or anything, we love doing it, but I just also love sending you messages when we're under the cosh. You just fucking giving me a right load of abuse. So yeah, great stuff.
Nice one. All right, cheers, mate. Thanks to everyone out there for listening. Thanks to all our supporters, and we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.